Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we'll start the relationship between TR, AR and MR. So we have already known what is perfect competition market. So further features of perfect competition market is concerned, there is a large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, uniform price, and we have already known there is no transportation cost, absence of that selling cost, movement of that different factors of that production, that is called mobility of the factors of productions, homogeneous product and uniform price. So that we have already known firm is that price taker and industry the price maker. That we will explain in the later last chapter how that industry that price maker and firm is that price taker. So generally in perfect competition, firm is a price taker and industry is the price maker. So far we have to discuss first of all table in that perfect competition market or schedule. Number of units sold, number of unit sold. In perfect competition market, there is a large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, uniform price. So price is given in rupees, that is same. Then we have to know that total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. We have already known how to find out the total revenue and average revenue and marginal revenue. If first unit sold, price the 10 rupees, total revenue will price into quantity equal to total revenue. So 10 into 1 equal to 10. Second unit sold, price is 10, total revenue will be 20. Third unit sold, price is 10, total revenue will be 30. Fourth unit, price is 10, total revenue will be price into quantity 40 rupees. Fifth unit, similarly 10. And total revenue 5 into 10 is 50. Sixth unit sold 10 and total revenue 60. Like this. Seventh unit 10 and 70 rupees. And similarly we have already known average revenue, which is to be called that price in perfect competition markets. Average revenue equal to price in perfect competition markets. Or as per the formula, total revenue divided by quantity, 10 divided by 1 equal to 10, 20 divided by 2 equal to 10, 30 divided by 3 equal to 10, 40 divided by 4 equal to 10, 50 divided by 5 equal to 10, 60 divided by 6 equal to 10, 70 divided by 7 equal to 10. Even price and average revenue both are same. It is that in perfect competition markets, when that first unit produced, price is 10, total revenue is price into quantity 10. Second unit sold 10 rupees per unit, so that is 10 into 2 is 20. And average revenue we are finding out TR, 10 divided by quantity 10, 20 divided by 2 equal to 10, 30 divided by 3 equal to 10. Similarly, marginal revenue equal to TRN minus 1. We have already known. If zero level of output and total revenue 0, so average revenue is 10. So 10 minus 0 is 10. 20 minus 10 equal to 10. 30 minus 20 equal to 10. 40 minus 30 equal to 10, 50 minus 40 equal to 10, similarly 10 and 10. This is the schedule of TR, AR and MR under perfect competition market. What we will discuss? The relationship between TR, AR, MR. See it. AR 10, MR 10. We may say that what is AR, that is MR. Next TR, very simple. When units of output sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more units out of sold, price remains same, because as per that under perfect competition, uniform price and homogeneous product. Therefore, the total revenue is going to be increased. TR increases, but AR is constant, MR is constant. I will draw that diagram in this case also. OX-axis, this is that units of output sold, and OY-axis represents as the revenue. OY-axis revenue. That is, we may say that AR, MR, or TR, whatever revenue. It means the price is suppose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like this. Output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. So as per our schedule, under perfect competition market, we are discussing under perfect competition markets. First unit sold, price is 10, total revenue is 20. Total revenue is 10. Second quantity sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue is 20. Third quantity sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue is 30. Fourth quantity sold at the rate of 10 rupees, so total revenue will be 40. And fifth unit sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue will be 50. Sixth unit sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue will be 60. And seventh unit sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue will be 70. Now, this is called the total revenue curve. This is called the total revenue curve. And 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10. This is that price line. Average revenue also 10, 10. So this is also average revenue. And MR, this is also MR. So AR, MR equal to price. Now, that OX axis, units of output sold, zero level of output, because there is no output will be sold in the market, there is no production, no selling, so zero level may be that 0. So here, one level output 10 rupees, two level 10 rupees, three level price remains same, average revenue same, so it will be parallel to that x axis. It means AR equal to MR equal to price under perfect competition, which is the parallel to x axis. Clear? Price remains same, total revenue increases. Average revenue and marginal revenue same, total revenue increases as per schedule and as per diagram or table. Now, what the relationship we are being observing here? First देखिए, in that curve, TR curve is straight positively sloping line from the origin if it is zero production and zero revenue, then that is the total revenue curve is a straight positively sloping line from the origin. TR curve that I have given the name TR, the TR increases in the same proportion as an increase in output sold. It means each and output, first output total revenue 10, second output sold in the market, the total revenue is 20. So total increases, the 20 minus 10 is 10. Similarly, third unit's output sold at the rate of 10 rupees, the total revenue is 30. So how much it increases from second unit to third unit? 30 minus 20 equal to 10 rupees. Similarly, fourth unit of output sold at the rate of 10 rupees. So up to that 4 units, whenever that seller will sell in the market, the total revenue will be that 40 rupees. So how much it increases? 40 minus 30 equal to 10. So if we will continue like this, 4th unit sold, 5th unit sold, 6th unit sold and 7th unit sold, the total revenue each and every case now that increases the 10 rupees. So that it is to be said like this, total revenue increases in the same proportion as increase in output sold. Next come to that AR line, MR line and price line. AR curve is a horizontal line parallel to x-axis. Okay, that is that AR, MR, price, or sometimes AR is also to be known as the demand curve. So in this case, AR is also parallel, MR is also parallel, price line parallel, demand curve is the parallel. So it may be said like this, in as per our diagram, that AR curve is a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis. It starts from a fixed intercept on the y-axis, which is equal to the price value of rupees 10, and it coincides with the price line of the demand curve, that is average revenue equal to demand curve, average revenue equal to price, and average revenue equal to marginal revenue. It means that same line which is drawn here, I have written here AR equal to MR equal to price, or it is to be called the demand curves. It means MR curve will show a horizontal line parallel to that x-axis. AR is also parallel to that x-axis. Price line is also parallel to x-axis, or demand curve is also parallel to x-axis. So MR curve is also horizontal line parallel to that x-axis, because AR is constant, MR is constant, and price is constant. Whatever may be the output is sold, so that a MR curve MR curve which is that parallel to that x-axis, or which is equal to the AR, or which is equal to the price. That is why AR curve such that demand curve, which is that price equal to demand, average revenue, and MR, both the cases in that under perfect competition market, AR, MR, price or demand is same and parallel to x-axis. These are the relationship between TR, MR and AR. TR, AR, MR. Similarly, I have already discussed that under that monopolistic competition market, the relationship between TR, AR, MR. The relationship between TR, MR and AR under monopoly competition market or monopolistic competition markets. Monopoly is a single seller or that single producer or that single farm. But monopolistic is there is the so many producer, so many sellers. I will discuss this monopoly and monopolistic market in that market chapter. So now we'll start that the relationship between TR, MR and AR. Monopoly and monopolistic competition market. Monopoly and monopolistic competition market. Monopoly is a situation where there is a single seller or single producer or the single farm, and he sells their commodity at the different units at the different prices. So that case, what will the shape of that average revenue curve and marginal revenue curve and total revenue curve? Suppose in this case units of output sold or units of outputs, units of output and sold in the markets, and there must be the price in rupees, and there must be the total revenue. See it. Total revenue is also given rupees. First units of output sold at the rate of 10 rupees, total revenue will be 10. As there is a monopoly market or monopolistic market, when the producer will sell that more goods, he may reduce the price of the commodities and purchase, and he will earn that more. For example, if 2 units output sold at the rate of 9 rupees, he will get that 18 rupees. Similarly, 3 units output per unit 8, it will be 24. Fourth units, it will be 7, 28. 5 units output, it will be 6 and 30. 6 units of output, 5 rupees rate, 30. Next, 7 rupees, 4, 28. And 8 rupees, 3, it will be 24 rupees. This is the total revenue, which is that price into quantity equal to total revenue. And we can find also average revenue. Average revenue formula, that is the TR divided by Q. So 10 divided by 1 equal to, that is in rupees also, 10, 9, 8, 28 for the 7, 30 divided by 5 equal to 6, 30 divided by 6 equal to 5, 28 divided 4, 24 divided 3. This is the average revenue. Similarly, we can find out also MR equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. So then it will be how much? First case, if the total revenue is 0, then it will be 10. Then 18 minus 10 equal to 8, 24 minus 8 equal to 6, 28 minus 24 equal to 4, 2, 0, minus 2 and minus 4. This is the schedule of the monopoly competition market, TR, AR and MR. So under imperfect competition, monopoly or monopolist competition, a firm is able to sell more only by reducing the price of the products. And accordingly, if that price will be 10, 9, 8, if that producer will sold more and more outputs, then price will be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This will be the total revenue, and this will be the average revenue, and this will be the marginal revenue. It can be plotted in the diagram. OX, units of output, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this, and producer will produce that up to that 30. This would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. This is that y-axis. So y-axis also represents the revenue. X-axis units of outputs -2, -4 like this. So first unit output total revenue is 10. Second unit output, that is that 18. Third unit output, that is the 24. Fourth unit, that is the 28. And fifth units, that is the 30. Sixth, that is also 30. Seventh, that is 28. Eighth, that is 24. So that is that. Now total revenue curve. This is called total revenue curve. Okay. Next is AR curve. AR curve, at the rupees of 10, AR is also 10. Second, AR is 9. Third, AR is 8. Fourth, AR is 7. Fifth, AR is 6. Sixth, AR is 5. Seventh, AR is 4. Eighth, AR is 3. This is called AR revenue curve. And MR curve. 1 is 10, 2 is 8, 3 is 6, 4 is 4, 5 is 2, 6 is 0, 7 is -2, and 8 is -4. So this is called MR revenue curve. This is called MR revenue curve. Now we start the relationship between TR and MR curves. See it. First TR increases, then it is constant, then it starts to decline. And in this diagram, when TR is maximum, at that time M, this is that TR is maximum or MR is 0 here. So TR is initially increases reaches a maximum and then it falls, TR curve is inverse U-shaped. TR curve is inverse U-shaped. Both AR curve and MR curve, AR curve decline, MR curve also decline. So both AR and MR curves are downward sloping, but in between the two curves, AR curve and MR curve is below of AR. MR curve is below of AR curve. But more important points, MR touches to that x-axis, but AR does not touch to that x-axis. And when MR curve starts from the same point as the AR curve, but falls at twice the rate. MR, AR both starts from the origin. As per our table, it starts from the 10, first units output sold, the total revenue is 10, average revenue 10, marginal revenue 10, and price is 10. All the starts from that one point, and MR curve starts from the same point as the AR curve but falls at a twice the rate. And when TR is maximum and the firm is midpoint on AR and TR is maximum, where MR is 0. And when TR is falling, AR is falling, and MR is falling. So I was saying that when MR is 0, average revenue curve is the demand curve. So that is the elasticity of demand equal to 1. And MR is falling, AR is falling, total revenue is reducing. That time elasticity of demand is less than 1. Because here is TR increases, so elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So up to that point, if we measure this average revenue demand curve, when that MR0, up to that elasticity of greater than 1. When MR0, that is the elasticity of demand equal to 1. And when that MR negative, elasticity of demand less than 1. This is also relationship between AR and demand curve, or relationship between revenue and elasticity of demands. So AMR equal to AR into 1 minus 1 by ED. That is one formula, that is not most important. MR equal to AR into 1 minus 1 upon elasticity of demand. Accordingly, that elasticity of demand greater than 1, elasticity demand equal to 1, elasticity demand less than. It means 0 point when marginal revenue is 0, that time elasticity of demand equal to 1. When marginal revenue is positive, elasticity of demand is greater than 1. When marginal revenue is negative, elasticity demand is less than 1. These are the relationship between MR or AR and relation between revenue and elasticity of demands. So this chapter is finished now. You will go through that your books and read again and again, and there are some numerical question which is given at the end of the chapter. You must do your homework of that end of the chapter. Otherwise, there will be some numerical question which it comes in the exam, you cannot appear. So please do that homework, read that book and do that homework and show me that also homework. Thank you.